Hey, Gutfoxx here. So, it is an insane content day. Set 2 comes out. It's like, a whole new game launch, kind of, with these set stuff. So, at least today is going to be really exciting. We'll be over at twitch.tv/Gutfoxx for it all when it goes live. The commerce comment. If you guys recall anything about the other two chase pack cards, they're cracked. I'd expect this card to be like, another chipper. I guess a chipper for the outfield if you wanna compare it to any sort of cards. Let's talk about the market. I'll go through some of the other content they've revealed so far. Obviously, we'll see it all. There'll be a live stream that we'll be covering in our stream for the content stream, and then we'll go through it ourselves when it goes live. But anyways, overall, market looks down a bit. Griffey Jr., Vita, these things are all down like, what, 15K over the last couple of days. Very hard to tell on these warped graphs. It'd be a little bit easier if I went to the web app, but overall, market does seem to be in fall. Something we kind of expected with set 2. We know they're bringing out a ton of content. I've sold off a bunch of cards. Obviously, I wasn't able to get them off all great on time, but we had the Wheel series, and you'll see the thrilling conclusion to Series 1 here soon on the channel. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about what else is going on. Let's talk about the rest of the content before I go into too much more in the market, because there's a lot of things that are happening, right, with sets and everything. So we got that. We got roster updates. I really haven't paid attention that much to roster updates because I just didn't do well on YouTube a few years ago when I used to do them, and so then I kind of stopped paying attention. I feel like SDS has gotten a lot better with player updates as far as making sure the broader community doesn't make a lot of stubs off it. I think there is stubs to be made. The best thing to do right now, though, if you want to make stubs, is to find guys that live series are really high in price versus their overalls. Like, for example, let's just go to live series, and then kind of like go down here, find guys that are absurdly priced that people expect to go up. I guess Matt Olson's got some juice to go up. Like what we expect is like 1,500. So guys that are very close to, like, Matt Chapman's very much expected to go up. The best thing to do here, in my opinion, is to put down like orders well under it. Now, a lot of people do this now, but basically what happens when he goes up, his quick sell will go up to, what, 4K here for an 85. It could go higher, but people will just like pull them out of packs and then just sell them to the lowest bidder right away. And so, like, you can make stubs off of that way. The problem is, I think there are millions of stubs, and people have gotten kind of wise into doing this. So I'm not sure it's, that good at doing it anymore. But with that said, content's coming later today. You got people going up to diamond, up, down, that kind of stuff. I know people are, expecting Acuna to go up. Let me take a look at Acuna's price, actually, right now. That's a guy I wanted to kind of offload. And I think it's a really good idea to, unless you have a ton of them, offload them on hype, right? If he goes up to a 90 overall, Garrett Cole went up to 90 overalls, 22K. Now, the other ones up here, yeah, sure, he could go up, but if he goes up to an 89, he's going to crash down. So it really depends on how you want to kind of deal with it. But I think I might sell my extra one here on hype soon. But Acuna could easily go up, and then over the next few weeks, he'd go up even more. That's what people are banking on. We also have Future Stars coming with set 2. Gavin Williams, he's got a fast fastball slider curve circle. So a pretty standard pitch mix right there. Not great on control, so maybe it won't be a great pitcher for us. Garcia, contact, no power, decent fielder and speed. They're kind of low overalls. You can't really expect a whole lot out of them. Which, you know what? It is what it is. We went with Flores here. Not great on that card either. So, Future Stars on their way for set 2 also. Here's some more Kevin Alcantara. A balanced player, 94 overall. Nick Gonzalez for the Pirates. Heck yeah, Pirates theme team get another one. Although, he probably won't be better than Honest Wagner, which is at our second base right now. But yeah, still a solid piece, I guess, for the bench. Sal Frederick and Colston Montgomery. So, Future Stars outside of Pirates never really are that cool of content for me because I don't care about other people's Future Stars. I care about, like, stars of the past, like Greg Maddux, who we're getting. Yeah, wow, tons of content. Like, they had to fill out the set 2, right? Because they're coming out with set 2 collections. So, we had to get a bunch of set 2 cards today, which is why, the market's about to get flooded with these things. Obviously, they won't bring out like all 270 right now. Like, we're not going to get 270 set 2 cards day 1. So don't expect them to come out with like a huge amount like we had at the end of set 1. This will take, weeks, months to get to until July. Well, that's a couple months, right? July is when our next series is. So obviously, set 1 cards aren't going to go away. But there's just a flood of new content, which generally means the market goes down. And the market has, like I talked about earlier, has gone down a little bit. Jack Leiter here. And then Durden. For as big of a name as Jack Leiter is, I'm surprised he only got a 94. Maybe it's because he's, a little bit of a younger one, but, he's a legacy pick, right? He'd be great getting into Harvard. Ricky Tiedemann. Isn't this like... I watched a German show once with the name Tiedemann in. I think the show was, what's that one with that energy field? And a nuclear plant? I don't know, Austin Wells. Is that show the reason why they're shutting down? I'm not going to get into politics. Never mind. Encarnacion and Gordon Gracefo. Gracefo? I don't know how to say that. Someone else can correct me. We got Kaiju series here coming. So 97, 97, 94, 95, 96, 96. So it's weird that like Joe Torre's getting like a 95. Strasburg's a 97. Strasburg's cards are okay. Pitchings, unless they've changed his motion or anything. Billy Williams, Brandon Lowe cards usually hit the ball really well. Hunter Renfroe, same way. So it's like budget Mike Trout, right? Because he looks exactly like Mike Trout. Hunter Renfroe are like 2 pretty good hitters, I remember. I think they both have pull tendencies or extreme pulls. Warren Spawn, no thank you. I'm glad they made him 94. His windup takes so long. Robertson, Keith Hernandez, God tier mustache. Yastrzemski, Hairston, Zach Britton. He's always a really good southpaw. So we're getting a lot better balanced righties versus lefties. The lefty meta might die in ranked because of the amount of lefties, especially some of the studs that I haven't gone through yet. Cade Cavalli, four-seamer, Rafala. I don't know how to say any of these prospect names at all. Colton Cowser? Cowser? Colton Cowser is cool, but I prefer Tristan Horser. Kyle Manzardo. All right. He's okay. Ronnie. He got like a really good card a few years ago. So yeah, it looks like set 2. Little low overall for the Future Stars, which I'm actually okay with. I love Future Stars about right here. I think it's a great spot at overalls to put Future Stars. When Future Stars are the best cards in the game, I think it's awful. I actually hate it. They're live stream at 11 a.m. Pacific, so we'll be live on Twitch. You can watch us for that too. We also had a patch which I want to go through. The boss choices for season 2. Mariano Rivera, love it. Donaldson's got a nice pull swing. Greg Maddux, I hope they just absolutely juice him out with walks per 9, control everything, movement. I really hope they don't give him a lot of velocity. I hope he becomes like the preeminent finesse pitcher in the game. I mean, if you're gonna bring out a Greg Maddux, you gotta spoil us because you're also bringing out like, there's some flamethrowers in here that actually destroy our lives. Chase Utley, Grady Sizemore. There's leaks about a core set collection too. I don't know why there's Nicky Two Bags and Tony Two Bags. Seems like weird nicknames to have in the same thing. Tony the Tiger, True Trevor Story, Wolf, Loop. So here's another lefty, 97 overall. Johnny Damon here. So Incognito's bringing out a bunch of cards. Shane Bieber. Bigger fan of his brother Justin. Don't fact check me there. Pretty solid card. I mean, like, dude, how much content we go through? This is like the Uterus Conquest map. We have Sean Green, Kluber. Sadly, Kluber, like, he's not as good as he will be in 21. If you guys recall, when everybody had Kluber, they cleaned up his delivery. It's not as glitchy anymore, which kind of sucks. He'll be all right, though. Blake Snell, Brett Monty, and then we got a lefty out of Franco there. So George Brett, he will not be as good as George Brett was the collection series, who was insane last year. Kershaw, another lefty. Sandberg, Say Kill Willie Mays out of the Pack 1 Alter Egos, the 99. So crazy, we're getting Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle on the same day. Those are live series collections in back-to-back years, which were both kind of psycho. I really love that live series Mickey Mantle. Probably still the best MLB The Show card of all time. was that live series Mickey Mantle, because he came out when everybody else was so much worse than him. Like, obviously not the highest statted one, but like versus the competition he came out at the time, he was crazy. Yeah, more alter ego cards: Taylor, Barlow, Ashburn, Garver, and Palmer. Palmer never gets respected. Being a Hall of Fame pitcher and as good as he was for the Orioles, this guy just keeps getting he's a 97. Crazy. And then more ones from earlier this week that you guys have probably seen before. May 10th, Muncy, Gwynn, Crone, Kane, etc. So, it's just wow, right? All I can say is wow about the content today. Market crash because people are going to be pulling packs for that mantle. Market crash just because of the amount of cards coming in the game. People sell off their old content to try out new content. So, a lot of these prices, we'll see where they are in a couple hours. Obviously, like I talked about, market's already down a little bit. Maybe it's a little late to sell. Otani's at 166. I think I sold him for like 200. Just over 200. So, you know, it might be worth buying back because he's going to be no longer in... Is he no longer in packs? Is he no longer in chase packs? Can somebody correct me? Is Otani now out of chase pack 3? Because chase pack 2 is going away. Or can you pull Otani out of chase pack 3? Let me know. Otherwise, that's it. Today's going to be crazy. There's something else I wanted to go to. Set 2, investments. Oh, the patch. The patch didn't really do anything. It fixed some bugs, I guess the best thing. With freezes, hang-ups, mini seasons, no longer opponent has an invalid roster. There's a lot of good things to do. So yeah, otherwise, no gameplay challenge. Changes to a team affinity captains are nice. We'll see how much they're actually used, though. All right. Peace.